Locks can be dated back as far as 2500 BC. According to Dr. Bert Ashe, professor of English and American Studies at the University of Richmond, in his book Twisted, My Dreadlock Chronicles, the oldest scripture of Hinduism speaks of a divine god named Shiva as wearing her hair in jeta, or twisted lock of hair. Locks are found in many cultures throughout history, from ancient Greek, Indian, Australian, Hawaiian, Fijian, African, and even American history. Today, locks are still deeply rooted in African cultures and are worn as an expression of ethnic culture and pride, as well as religious expression. Locks are perhaps one of the most misunderstood hairstyles because to understand locks is to understand afro-textured hair. As you can see, afro-textured hair has many kinks and curls throughout each strand. Each strand naturally twists and loops around one another. Also, unlike straight hair, afro-textured hair shrinks naturally on its own and creates clusters and clumps very easily. Side note, did you know afro-textured hair can shrink up to 70% of its true length? So hair care methods like braids, twists, and locks are used as effective grooming methods to stretch afro-textured hair and give it a more consistent and uniformed look. Most people understand what braids and twists are, but there's a lot of confusion when it comes to locks. In short, a lock is a cluster of individual strands of hair that are intertwined or interlocked to create a uniformed rope-like strand. There are different techniques used to start and tighten locks. Here are some links to great videos that go over step by step how some are done. There's a somewhat controversial method called free-forming, where all you do is wash your hair and scalp on a consistent basis and let nature do the rest. With this method, you have no control over what size and shape your locks will be. These types of locks are often referred to as Rasta locks. They're usually the first thing people who aren't as informed imagine when they think of locks. But just as with braids and twists, locks come in all shapes and sizes. You can install them thick, medium, or very thin, and wear them short or long. It's all up to the individual. So as you can see, free-formed locks and a method called sister locks or micro locks are on opposite ends of the spectrum. Unlike free-formed locks, the process of installing micro locks is very intricate. A lot of effort is taken to ensure that the outcome is neat and uniformed. The width of each lock can range from 1/2 inch to as small as 1/8 of an inch, and each part is divided out into uniform boxes, ovals, or rectangles called a grid. Locks can reduce the bulk normally associated with natural afro-textured hair and make it quicker and easier to put it up into a neat ponytail or a bun. There's a small perception out there that people with locks don't wash their hair. The truth is, not only is regular washing accompanied with retightening a major part of a lock regimen, it also helps the hair strands lock faster and in a more neater and uniformed way. Here's why. If you take a closer look, you'll see that no matter how compact a lock may visually seem, water and cleansers will always be able to penetrate and flow throughout and thoroughly cleanse each hair strand. Washing your hair removes a lot of your natural sebum. On a micro level, you can see that without the slip associated with sebum and products, it's a lot easier for afro hair to shrink up and aid in the locking process. In fact, locks are a lot easier and less time consuming to wash and care for on a regular basis than loose hair. There's also another perception out there that locks are unkept and messy. But in reality, Just like with any hairstyle, it's all up to you. Locks usually require retightening every 6 to 8 weeks, which can be done by someone else or by yourself. But overall, locks are a lot easier to care for and maintain than loose afro textured hair. Stay tuned to next week's video where I'll go over some interesting facts about locks in the military. I hope this video was helpful. As always, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.